You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, proud member of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network, companion podcast to PJ4F.com, the #1 podcast in Raider Nation. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Call in to leave a message to be played on air at 408-909-PJFF. This episode brought to you by OneNation Fanwear. Check them out at onenationfanwear.com. It's time to pillage another podcast. What's cracking, Chuck?
Oh, you already know, man. It's time for them chelas. It's time for them chelas. And we got bottles over here. We're popping bottles today. Your boy Bobby Wasabi came through with some bottles, bro. Okay, so I'm going to have to pass this bottle opener over here to my brother.
Popping bottles.
Popping bottles. Hey, listen. Hermitage. This is a Tropical Funk American Sour. It's a sour ale. Coming in at 6.5 on the ABV. Brewed with papaya, guava, dragon fruit, and durian, aged in American and French oak wine barrels. All right, let's see what that's all about. This is like a combo plate right here.
This is a super fancy chilla, bro.
Look at this. Look at that color, though.
Well, that's a good pour on Mike right there.
Ooh.
That's a good pour on Mike.
Take
a little taste.
See what it tastes like.
That's a $10 bottle, y'all.
Yeah,
Taste
man.
of glory, bro.
Ain't no half-stepping on the Pillaging Podcast.
Your boy Bobby Wasabi, he celebrates the right way.
Hey, you know.
Cheers to you, my brother.
Celebration chillas.
Oh man, this has a deep color to it. Oh, look at that! It is actually coming up on the screen today because of how deep the color is. So nice caramel color. Let's see what this tastes like.
I don't like the durian in here at all. Everything else tastes great. Durian, if you guys don't know, is the smelliest
fruit on the planet.
Is that what that is?
It's actually outlawed in some counties because of the smell. You cannot eat it in public. And I could just taste the funk of it on the near back end of this. Everything else is stellar.
It's given like a little bit of that bitterness. Yeah, and I'm associating that with the durian. I've never had durian fruit.
It definitely got that funk in there.
There's funk, man. There's some funk on it. Dude, but you know what? I'm not mad at it.
Some George Clinton funk, bro.
I'm not mad at it, man. This packing a lot of flavor. It's probably not going to be for everybody. But I'm not mad at it at all. I can drink this, man. I can drink this again.
And on
I could drink this again.
On the date stamp, it says "Funk It."
Funk it. Funk it.
But definitely getting that durian funk on there, which I could probably get used to. I still give it a thumbs up because this is highly original. A lot of sours can taste the same, and I'm tasting every bit of fruit that's in here. So it's good.
You know what?
Guava definitely helps it out, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get away with this combination of fruit flavors in a beer. Maybe you probably wouldn't be able to get away with it in a different type of alcoholic beverage. You know what I mean?
Or a smoothie.
Yeah, or a smoothie, maybe. It probably wouldn't work. But in a beer, it gives it a little bit of that, that malty, that, dirty, grimy.
It's almost like an oaky taste, bro.
Yeah.
Like, well, honestly, like just because of the barrel, like it almost does make it taste like kind of like that peach oak.
Yeah, that woody note on it. Woody notes. Yeah.
For those of you that are tuning in or are familiar with the show, we get a lot of comments about, they're talking about beer. Hey,
that's right.
What do you do before a game? What do you do? What do we do before a podcast? We crack a few beers, man. That's what you do when you get together with your friends. If you don't like it, hit that little fast forward button. Get right into the action.
Yeah, man.
Pillaging Podcast, man. It's not for everybody.
It's not, man. And I find it hilarious that somehow they find their way into the chat sometimes.
Better not bring your kids.
But everybody that's in the chat right now is the real deal. Holy Phil, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Clifford Absher. Shorty, obviously, 303 joining the chat for the first time in a long time. Raiders Hub, shout out. Rolly Galvan, shout out. Lizette Romero, Raider Nug, Vince, always good to show up. Luis Juante, Rick 4777, Damage Incorporated, J. Cali Raider. J. Cali Raider was making donations at 4:00 in the afternoon. So
that's what victory brings, man.
Hell yeah! So big shout out to him. Thank you for your donations. I think it was a total about $5. I don't have your comments to say anymore, but I think you were just fired up, and we're fired up too, bro.
Hey, it was happy.
Shout out to James Lyles, Raider Rich, Kevin Lurker, Jesus Soria, and Sir Raider, and of course, Big Gent, Carlos Claudio, and big shout out to Kane, who's in the chat right now too. So
hell yeah, brother!
Everybody say what's up to
Hey,
Kane.
what's good? Real quick though, I do have Jay Kelly's because you sent us that.
Oh yeah.
So I got the little. He says, "Shout out to Renfro for that deep catch. That was nice improvisation by our quarterback and wide receiver, man. You saw as Derek Carr, was running to the right side. He pointed, go deep, and then he made that beautiful catch. So hell yeah! And he said, DC looking like 2016 DC. He had his moments today. Yeah. He had his moments today. We could have been a little bit better, but I ain't gonna be mad. Just win, baby.
Yeah. We're gonna get into all that here very shortly. And Jay Kelly, that's on me because when I first posted the stream, I had it at a start time of 2:30 p.m. Which you guys probably thought I was very confident at that point. I was not. I still don't feel good after this win. I feel good. But I don't feel great. And again, we're going to talk about all that stuff. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. At the end of the day, the Chargers did Charger things like we said they would. But let's set the table really quick. First of all, follow us on social media at Pillaging Pod. You can find us on Facebook as well, but you won't find me there. You could donate in the YouTube chat by pushing on that cash icon. If you're listening after the live feed, paypal.me/PJ4F to donate anytime. We really appreciate it. Doubling back to the chat, Rick 4777, first time listener, and Abraham Miranda, first time listener. Welcome, guys.
Hey, man.
Welcome, guys.
Yeah. Always good to have new people in the chat.
Get comfortable. It's a long format show. Get comfortable. Big shout out to onnationfanwear.com. You hear in the intro every week, but One Nation Fanwear, definitely the flyest gear on the planet. This is one of the first shows I have on One Nation Fanwear gear in months. I'm actually wearing my my Mitchell & Ness knockoff Jack Tatum jersey.
As Raider fans do.
As we do. Because I texted Bobby and Che and Kane earlier. I said, I wish Abram was wearing 32.
Right.
I love the 24. That's an honor. But he hits like 32.
Yeah.
You know
he hits like 32.
He scares people.
Yeah.
Like 32.
Shout out to Sal Salazar.
Yeah, boy.
$24.99 donation on the super chat. Appreciate it. Tonight's show, we got quick hits, Raiders news from the week. Of course, the Week 9 post-game breakdown. Kane's Corner, MVP Trash Can Player of the Week. And as we always do after victory, second half of the show, it's on you guys. We're opening up the phone lines. We already got voicemails queued up, and we'll take some live phone calls at that time as well. But for now, we got some quick hits. Hit them, Che.
Oh, yeah, boy.
First quick hit of the night. Raiders fined $500,000 plus an additional $150,000 fined on John Gruden, plus a 6th round pick for COVID violations.
Yeah.
Mark Davis, obviously very unhappy with the COVID-19 fines and penalties, calls them draconian. To those of you that don't know what draconian means, it means unnecessarily severe.
Yeah. That's accurate.
It's very accurate. We already talked about this. We did, because we saw this kind of coming. That had been hinted at. And, I was quick to point out the Tennessee Titans, who caused, 2 teams to delay games, the NFL to shuffle around their schedule, had, over 16 players and personnel test positive, took them over 2 weeks to get their house in order, and yet they walk away unscathed.
Ain't that nice?
We get targeted for charity event where no one's wearing their mask. Was not a super spreader event. Nobody comes out of that infected. Unauthorized person in the locker room, which seemed like an honest mistake. I don't think the Raiders are just hip to allowing unauthorized people in the locker room. And then, of course, the Trent Brown debacle. So Trent Brown, again, we gave our condolences last week to him. Or I wanted to say condolences, but, our thoughts and prayers after the IV mishap. Very scary. Suffering embolism last week. Near death situation for some people. But then goes back on the COVID-19 list. and it's out likely a month at this point. So I don't know, Bobby. You're trying to get in there. Take the mic, brother.
Speaking of unnecessary, draconian, why is it that it's always unnecessary and draconian against us?
Yeah, man. We should replace the word draconian with raider.
Raider them.
Just raider, bro.
Raider, dude. Because they always do us that way.
Because everything's unnecessary. Everything that happens to the Raiders is always unnecessary. NFL.
I believe I believe it was Shorty who pointed it out. That said, how is it that the defensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs is in proximity to somebody that had COVID, yet he's back in the facilities 24 hours after the whole news thing?
Like immediately.
But our boy had to sit out 2 weeks. What was up with that, dude?
Yeah.
There's this obvious, just discrepancy in the way they actually want to apply the rules. And my thing is like, all right, cool. If you're going to do that, that's fine. But make sure you apply that rule to everybody.
Well,
all the way across.
Let me go even further because, we're going to talk about this some more. But at the end of the game, the last play of the game, how many of you guys were confident that they were going to give us that call?
None of us.
Right.
Not us.
And that is why, because this is what they do to us, man. Because we become accustomed to getting, effed, man. We're always getting screwed in these situations. And this is just another example of them using us as an example. I'm
going to use Damage Incorporated as an example right now.
Hey.
Shout out.
Salute, Damage.
Damage Incorporated donating £5. £5 in the super chat.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, basically that call going our direction cost us a 6th-round draft pick. That's what we got to give up to get these gifts in the NFL. But to be fair, I think the Zebras have called it our way more often than not this season.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you there.
We've had some problematic calls still.
Yeah.
Still. So that's pretty much it for quick hits this week. I'm going to give you guys a quick injury update. As it stands right now, way too early injury update. As you guys know, Trent Brown inactive again, back on the COVID list. Colton Miller was also inactive for today's game, and we're going to talk about the offensive line and their injury struggles and the next man up syndrome on the O-line, and it's going well. Josh Jacobs missed some practice this week with illness. The knee is dinged up. A little concerning, but only gets 14 carries today, gets a nice break. We're going to talk about Devontae Booker as well. We love talking about Devontae Booker on this podcast. We love talking about Devontae Booker.
Hey, give me some more Devontae Booker.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Give me some more. Raiders activate Daniel Ross, waived Rico Gafford this week. And, of course, today's game, Ingold goes out in the second quarter with a rib injury. Trayvon Mullen exited the game in the second half with a hamstring. Very concerning because our secondary needs all the help it can get.
Yeah, ain't no lie.
And that is
no lie.
Way too early injury update. Post game. Got a lot of silver and black facts here. I think we're just going to sprinkle them in like we've been doing.
Hey.
Before we get Kane on the phone, anything you guys just want to throw out there into the atmosphere, talk about before we take this first break. We just got in, so.
You know what, man? No, I think it's always best when we all get what's on our minds off during Kane's call. So I think that'll leave for some good discussion, man. I'm gonna save all the little things. So I know Kane's gonna come on. He's gonna bring the fire, and he's gonna remind me of some things that happened in the game as he's talking. So
all I have,
you know what I mean?
All I have to say is, it reminds me of my favorite actor, Toretto. Says, "You win by an inch, or you win by a mile, but a win's a win." And I always remember that from the Fast and the Furious. And he's not actually my favorite actor.
And with that, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with Kane's Corner.
Yeah.
And we're back with Kane's Corner on the phone right now.
Hey.
Everybody's favorite uncle, Raider Kane. What's up, Kane?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing tonight after this close one we just sat through, these heart attacks we just had?
I feel 10 years older right now, I'll tell you that. That one wore on me. Real quick before let me get this out of the way. Shout out to Jay Cali Raider. Jay Cali says, send Tom Cable a chill out for having the O-line on their A game today with 3 starters missing. And that's a great comment, Jay Cali. That gives us a jumping off point. Raider Kane going into this game, I wasn't too confident. You had Brandon Parker starting. You had Denzel Good, which I'm good with.
Yeah.
And you had Young, who's actually been playing well too. All 3 of those guys been playing well, but never a good feeling going into a game. Pretty much down 4 offensive linemen if you count Richie Incognito. What were your thoughts going into the game? What are your thoughts coming out of the game with these backup offensive linemen now doing big work for the Raiders?
That's a good question. Well, going into the game, I kind of thought, it was going to be what it was. Even if we had our starting lineman, it was going to be a close matchup. San Diego, they've been running a pretty good offense. They've been playing, pretty good throughout the season. They've been in a lot of close games with a lot of good teams. So, even if we did come with our starting line, I still think the defense would have made the game as close as it has been. But speaking on the backup linemen, everybody played well. Brandon Parker is surprisingly developed. It seems like he's come along. He's not making big mistakes, giving up, whiffs on the defensive ends, holding up his own. And as far as Sam Young goes, I think it's time for him to take a seat. And Denzel Good is Denzel Good. He's been solid all year. So
yeah, good. Good is bueno, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
Facts.
Shout out to Pete. Pete says, Pillaging Pete. He says, just got the notification you guys were live. This is a deep state conspiracy against the Raiders YouTube. I just got the notification too, Pete. I just got it too, Pete. It's YouTube fraud.
It's not true.
Good comments, Kane. I mean, great comments. Time for Sam Young to take a seat. I would love for all these guys to take a seat and have our full complement of starting offensive linemen in there. But
I guess that's my question though to not just to Kane but to everybody. Like, if you sit down Sam Young and we have Colton still out, or Parker's filling in at left tackle, who's coming in for Sam Young?
Chris Christie.
I think Denzel Good can play along the line. Maybe he can't play center, but I think he can play a guard. He can play both tackle spots.
No,
he's a utility lineman. So
absolutely.
You may not have that same
Denzel Good. No,
that same
I would
security as you would have with a Trent Brown or even a Brandon Parker at right tackle. But I think Denzel Good can hold his own.
No
at
doubt.
Right tackle.
No doubt. Look, I'm not even arguing that fact, bro. You're absolutely right. Denzel Good can play right tackle. As a matter of fact, if Incognito was playing right now, I would put Good at right tackle, because that's where he was when we started the season without Trent Brown. He was out there playing right tackle and he held his own, and we were happy with that. Mm-hmm. So absolutely, if you could move Denzel Good out to right tackle, that's exactly what the hell I would do. But he's filling for Incognito. So who are we going to put out there for Sam Young? I don't think we have anybody.
Without Colton Miller?
Yeah, without Colton Miller.
I think the only thing...
Oh, my God. You got an issue right there.
Yeah, that's a big issue.
You got a problem.
And that's the only reason why I think Sam Young was in there today, because we had no option, bro. Because I think Sam Young is banged up. He's beat up. He should probably be resting just like everybody else. He should be on the injury report too. But because of the starting offensive linemen that are missing, he had no choice. He had to go. And we saw at the beginning of the game just getting mauled. He was getting driven back, just getting beat up. And I was like, why are we passing the ball? Run the ball, please.
I'm not going to lie. I was actually happy that we were running it towards Brandon Parker's.
Oh, yeah, no. That's what I was saying.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, I honestly didn't expect to see that. But at the same time, it's like I said it, man. Mm-hmm. Young reminds me of Colton Miller from last year, because the same thing, too. Colton Miller was underweight. He struggled a lot, but because he was
rookie. I would say rookie Colton Miller. I wouldn't say last year Colton Miller.
Sorry, rookie. Yeah. Rookie Colton Miller. Because of that, And that's the one thing I've noticed with Sam Young as well. It's like, see, look at that, dude. He's hurt. He's underweight. He just needs to beef up a little bit, and then he'll be able to hold his own.
No, absolutely. I think he's gaining some great experience because this is gonna propel him, right? But right now he's undersized. He's beat up. He's injured, and he's just hanging in there. And he's gonna look bad on some plays. They're gonna make him look bad in some plays, man.
We tend to forget Sam Young is a veteran.
Sam Young's a veteran?
He's not a rookie. Yeah, Sam Young is a veteran.
Really? I think Sam's got like 4 years in the league. Is that right? Something like that.
Okay.
God damn.
Yeah, so he's a journeyman lineman. He shouldn't be starting.
Okay.
He's an emergency right tackle.
Well, that's what he is.
You should have somebody in between him. Theoretically, as a coach, you would like to, when you're looking at your roster, you want to have somebody. You don't want to. He want to be your last person you go to. You know what I mean? And I guess essentially he is the last person we have for us to go to in situations like this. But he's a veteran, man. This guy is developed. He is what he's gonna be.
Yeah.
There's no getting better, in my opinion, for this guy. He shouldn't be starting. He is, and it is what it is.
Well, two things to
we don't
that.
have anybody in between him, or we do. Brandon Parker, he had to play left tackle, so we're beat up along the offensive line.
Yeah, so
now, hopefully we can get everybody back, healthy before the playoffs.
Two things along those lines. You're not wrong, but yeah, we were in an emergency situation right now. So you got emergency players in there. But when all said and done, today Derek Carr was hit twice. He was sacked once. I think we gave up one tackle for a loss. Not too shabby. Not too shabby with the personnel that's in there.
That's true. That's true. Except for that dumb boneheaded play right before the half, bro. Like, don't do that kind of shit.
And that was on Sam Young.
You know?
Yeah.
That was on Sam Young.
But they shouldn't have ran a play there, bro. You take the ball into the half, you're gonna get the ball after halftime anyways. Why are you running a play with seconds on the clock? Doesn't make no damn sense.
Shout out to Sal Salazar.
Hey,
for the $4.99 donation in Super
Salud,
Chat.
brother.
Sal says good is playing himself to get a good contract, and he will.
Oh yeah,
and he will.
He's sticking around for sure.
That's the other thing to keep in mind is while we're paying Trent Brown $250 million to play right tackle and eat fruit by the foot, we got the rest of these guys at bargain basement prices, and they're playing way above their pay rate right now. I don't care. Sam Young making mistakes. Nobody's playing as bad as Brandon Parker did last year. Nobody.
Hey.
Which is a positive.
Exactly.
That was
well, you know what? Shout out to Tom Cable because he developed this guy. This guy was good in college. Brandon Parker rarely gave up sacks in college. He was a good O lineman in college. Coming out, unfortunately, he's had some rough go at it here as transition into the NFL. But shout out to Tom Cable. He developed this dude as solid. He's been playing solid, and he's stand up for his draft pick at this point. It took a while, but he finally made it. I'm giving him his props. He's been getting beat up a lot on this podcast.
Oh yeah,
and it's time to look the other way and say, you know what, this dude is solid right now. And I always thought he could be. It just took longer than we all thought. So.
Big shout out
to Tom Cable.
Big shout out to Tom Cable for installing a plan this week to work around some of the deficiencies on that offensive line.
Right.
If you guys watched the game, you saw a lot of guards pulling Route 66 Gabe Jackson out there, Rodney Hudson out there, building a wall for Josh Jacobs and Devontae Booker and the rest of this run game to just plow ahead. And they found something that worked, and they continued to go with it. You know, if you don't feel confident about taking on the defensive line straight up, move them to where you want to play them. And that's exactly what Tom Gable and this whole coaching staff did this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Absolutely incredible. And I mean, it paid dividends. Raiders averaged 8 yards per carry in the first half. I think it was somewhere over 6 yards per carry for the entire game. Just an incredible performance on the ground. 2 weeks in a row, 160 total rushing yards for the Raiders. And once again, Derek Carr playing very sharp in the game. Nothing that's going to light up the stat sheet, but very, very minimal mistakes. Did what he had to do, 13 of 23, only 165 yards, no touchdowns, 108.1 quarterback rating. Had some yards on the ground.
Wait, he had a touchdown, right?
Oh, wait. I'm looking at the stat line hella wrong right now. My bad.
He had some touchdowns, bro.
Yeah. No.
No, you know what I'm more happy about than Derek Carr.
Two touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see Derek Carr out there having fun again. Derek Carr's running around, using his legs, making plays.
Yep.
He looks like he's got a different energy about himself right now, and I'm happy to see that because we need that from him. We need that's the best player on the team. We need that from him. Without him, we ain't shit.
No,
so it's good to see him out there. Like I said, having fun, running around, making plays, finding open receivers, using his legs to get the extra yardage, running for first down, hopping over players like he did in New Orleans. Yeah. This dude he's back. In my mind, he's back.
Derek Carr's playing football this year.
Yeah.
Shout out to Raider Rich, $5 donation in Super Chat. Raider Rich says, shout out election year when DC is good. The play on words is next level right there. That went over most people's heads. Not mine. Appreciate you, Raider Rich. So we talked about the offense. We could talk about it a little bit more, but let's talk about this defense allowing 26 first downs today. Losing the time of possession battle by 10 minutes. A lot of that was a lot of the quick strike Raider offense today, playing with a shorter field, getting some big plays downfield. But a lot of that, too, was just the defense not getting off the field on third down. I mean, the Chargers went 7-15, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like the Chargers were like 12 of 15 on third down. You guys know what I mean?
Yeah. They were converting. Well, I mean, they converted some fourth downs on us, too, that were like, really? And then even though they didn't convert third down as often, it felt like more. This is because they converted like a 3rd and 16, dog. That's the one that sticks in your head. It makes it feel like they converted every single third down.
They ran 75 plays to Las Vegas's 50 plays. 25 more plays than the Raiders. Big shout out to James Lyles with the very generous $40 donation in the Super Chat. James Lyles says,
shout out, bro.
Salud.
James Lyles says Abram is laying big hits. He has at least one highlight hit every game. I hope he's a Raider for life. Abram is a Raider for life. Even if he goes somewhere else, he's still a Raider. I think if Abram leaves, he's coming back. He's like that type of Raider. You know what I mean? But not talking about that. Let's talk about this Raiders defense. Talk about this Raiders secondary. Let's talk MVP. Let's talk trash can player. I feel like both of them might be on the defensive side of the ball. Raider Kane, let's start with the bad news first. Who's your trash can player of the week?
Back it up.
Your Reggie Nelson trash can player.
My trash can player is not an actual player of the week. I'm gonna do a little different this week. I think I texted you that, Kenny, earlier. I'm gonna say Gunther is a trash can player of the week. This dude almost gave up the game. His defense cannot get off the field when they're supposed to. They don't want it. It seems like you don't want us to win a game. You can't even play simple defense to stop short yardage, even on situations where this team, we had it was 1 minute and some seconds left in the game, and you let this team with a rookie quarterback with a bad offensive line, the worst offensive line in the league that allows pressures, to run downfield like there was no defense out there. They almost beat you.
Yeah.
Paul Gunther, whatever defense you calling, whatever scheme you running, it seems to me the players are not responding to it. You are the trash can coach of the week. You almost fucking cost us this game, bro.
First of all,
that's just how I feel about it.
Way too much zone defense to go up against this Chargers offense, especially with the personnel that we have. I don't know if some of that in the second half was related to Trayvon Mullins' exit. Mullins been great man-to-man. Maybe him going out, they go into the zone. But regardless, we're talking about the defense getting off the field. Can Corey Littleton get on the field? Where the fuck are you, bro?
Worst investment.
I'm blaming that on Gunther, and the fact that the D line is not getting any pressure. He coming from a team where where they had one of the best defensive players in football playing in front of him. So his adjustments to our defensive line as opposed to the Rams defensive line hasn't worked in his favor. So, you know, that's a part of being in this defense. It's everything, the way some of these guys is playing out of, you know, with the Nassib and all these guys, it's all about scheme. They was playing good on other teams. You can't tell me that you was good last year and the year before, but now this year you just shit.
Yeah.
It's got something to do with scheme. And he was quoted in an article saying, I can only do what's coached to me.
Right.
And to me, when I hear that, I'm saying, and when I hear that as a listening from a player, I hear that as saying, I'm doing what I'm being coached to do. If it's not something that I can do good, I'm doing it because that's what I'm told to do.
Right.
That's not somebody that sounds confident. That sounds confident in what the scheme is and what he's being asked to do as a player.
You know what,
so
though?
We can say, yeah, whereas Littleton, you've been hiding all year, but we can also look at the defense as a whole and the coach, the defensive coordinator. I think.
Well, here's the deal.
To me,
though.
we got to start right there with some of these players.
Here's the deal, though. Nobody was trashing Paul Gunther after the Chiefs game. The defensive line today, Cleveland Ferrell by himself hit Herbert 4 times. We got a couple sacks. And Corey Littleton can say that all he wants. What I hear is a player with zero accountability. Because right next to you is Nick Kwiatkowski with 13 tackles today, followed by Joyner with 12. Corey Littleton, where the fuck are you on the stat sheet? If Nick Kwiatkowski can do it, getting paid half as much money as you, we need 2 Nick Kwiatkowskis, and it feels like we already do because that guy is all over the place.
Weren't you the one that said that Kwiatkowski was going to be the standout of those 2 pickups?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's funny.
And shout out to the good doc.
Shout out, good dog.
For the $20.99 donation in Super Chat. He says the Corey Littleton Trash Can Player of the Week is Corey Littleton. Former wide receiver Isaiah Johnson is more of a willing tackler at times. And shout out to Jay Cali Raider, spreading his money out, betting every number on the table. $4.99 donation. This is like your 4th donation tonight, bro. We appreciate that.
Now, if we want to throw, if you want to throw a trash can player out there, I mean, just, you know, we can say, like we did with Reggie Nelson, we could have said Reggie Nelson was a trash can player every week. But if you want to throw a trash can player out there, you can throw Moreau out there. Moreau is a tackle missing motherfucker.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you in wide open field and you on film and you miss a tackle, like, everybody can see that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
real
these
quick,
are
though.
obvious.
I want to talk about some missing tackles because I'm going to go back to the good doc's point, bro, about Corey Littleton not being a willing tackler. Everybody saw the run play, or I don't know if it was a little dump to the running back or it was a outside run. But the running back, Balaj, goes to the right side. Littleton's there. He's following. He goes. He cuts back, right? He stops, and he tries to dive. He loses his footing. And the running back is running right next to him. And everybody got a chance to see it because as they went to commercial, they showed that exact replay in slow motion. Littleton, literally, all he had to do was stick his arm out. And he would have made contact with legs, maybe brings him down. I'm not saying he tackles him for sure, but he maybe trips him up and keeps him from getting in the end zone. Instead, he puts his fucking hand down and braces his impact on the ground, and Balaj literally fucking brushes up against his helmet as he runs into the end zone. And I'm like, where's the fucking effort, dog? Where's the effort? Because, yeah, okay, you lost your footing, you're slipping, you're falling to the ground, but at least reach out and try, man. Reach out and fucking touch someone, dog. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Morrow with his best Phillip Rivers impersonation today. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that.
I saw that. Oh my God. Did he fake trip or what? I mean, like, was that the obvious fake trip? You saw like all them jerseys coming towards you. Was like, oh shit, I don't want to fuck with this.
Much like Morrow, He made a business decision. Circling back to Jay Cali. Circling back to Jay Cali Raider, his comment along with that donation was, and moving on to some better news here, MVP of the week, he says, Isaiah Johnson. They tried him twice. He saved the game.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think there's a lot of good play here. I think you could have handed it to the offensive line. I think you could have handed it to Josh Jacobs and Devontae Booker, game balls. But it came down to that last play, man. Those last two plays.
It did.
And it was Isaiah Johnson making the play, stepping up big.
Man.
Absolutely.
Huge.
I think I texted you that earlier, too, during the game. I said, Isaiah Johnson, MVP.
You the real MVP.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's in there he shouldn't be starting, and he's in there starting. He's in there starting for your first-round draft pick.
Yep.
So you being looked at heavily. You know, the weight is on you. This dude was crying after the game.
Yeah, man.
You know, y'all may not have saw that, but he was on his knees crying. Like, he was looking like he was about to cry in the end zone. Like, dude, this dude didn't catch the ball. He looking at the ref like it wasn't a catch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then after they switched it, they showed him like he was down, his head was down. He was probably crying. He had some tears, man. And I'm you know, he deserved to be the MVP. They tested him twice, and he held up, and he basically won the game for us.
And,
you know,
and fought for that ball all the way to the ground. I mean,
and you know what? He's been doing that, man. When he has been in the game, you know, he's been brought in a few times throughout the past few games. And there's one thing that he constantly does, even if he does get beat, he keeps his hand in the path of the ball. So if a receiver goes up and catches it, his hand is right between the hands. Like, he's always there. And sometimes he knocks the ball loose, and sometimes they catch it, right? But he keeps himself in a position to make a play on the ball or knock the ball loose. And he did that twice today. Man. So, you know, shout out to Isaiah Johnson, because this dude's been on the team. He's been on the bench. He's been fighting for time. He's been trying to get on the field. And, he got his chance and made the most of it, man. He helped us pull out this win. Without you, we don't win, dog.
yeah. You know, a big effort today was
Absolutely.
Max Crosby, big effort today.
Hey, man.
Huge effort today.
Hey, and going back to Johnson real quick, Doc, the good doc said that actually his boy died this week.
Oh, shit.
So he was balling out for his homie right there.
Oh, wow.
So that's why he was also
inspiration, man.
Shout out.
Little inspiration, man.
Shout out to
R.I.P.
Shout out to Raider Loke or Raider LOC. I like Raider Loke. I'm gonna go with
Raider Loke, bro. It's got to
Loke.
be Raider Loke, bro.
Shout out. $4.99 donation in Super Chat. He says Furl continues to have his greatest games against the Chargers. Amen to that, bro.
Yep.
Amen to that.
That's true.
A big shout out to Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson.
I said it, bro.
Nelly. 45-yard.
Hey, for a minute there, he was getting in his head. I was like, we starting to get Philly Nelly here. You know what I'm saying? And then here he shows back up this week. So shout out to Nelson for holding on to that ball. You almost you was close to dropping that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Good catch though, bro.
And that's my favorite section of this game, right? He catches that pass to put the Raiders up 21-17. Chargers come out, they go 3 and out. Raiders get right back on the field, go right back down the field, 28-17, another touchdown for the Raiders. Best sequence of the game. I mean, if we could put that together in the fourth quarter, this game's not even close.
Oh, no.
Right?
We run away with it, man.
We run away. The defense started to just, again, that time of possession, started to just kind of creep into that fourth quarter, and you saw that Raiders defense getting gassed, playing zone, not catching up, out of place, no communication, wide open middle of the field. We've seen it all season, the middle of the field, wide open. Morrow, Littleton, you guys are blowing it. Shout out to Pillaging Pete.
All season.
Hey.
Pete sends $5 in the super chat.
What happened to I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh, Pete wanted to say Isaiah Johnson's development is exactly what he wanted to see from Tanner Muse, freak athlete that develops into a good pro. And we did get a Tanner Muse update last week, still dealing with a foot injury. Does not look like Muse is going to take the field this year. Go ahead, Kane.
No, I just had a brain fart. I fucking forgot dude's name. The other linebacker that we drafted in the 4th round during the Jack Del Rio area, I thought was a better linebacker than Moreau. I can't think of his name right now. I have to look it up. But we cut that guy and we kept Moreau. I think that we should have that should have been the opposite. The other guy was better in coverage and a better tackler too. So, what the fuck was his name? I don't want to take up air time. We'll get back to it. I'm trying to look it up right now.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I felt really good in every game this year. I never felt like this team was out of it. Even in that Bills game, didn't feel like we were out of it. Maybe the Bucs game didn't feel good. This win, though, I mean, coming down to the wire in the fourth quarter, I'm like, this is like the 2018 Raiders is how I felt. I think Markel Lee is who you're talking about, or Corey James. Justin, the DJ, thank you in the chat. I was thinking Corey James, but I think Kane's referring to maybe Markel Lee.
Markel Lee, there you go.
Lee, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just did not feel good, especially because these Raider games. Yeah, Chargers are going to do Charger things, but Raiders do Raider things in these Charger games. These Charger games are always weird, right?
Well, not only that too, but if you think about it, this was the one time that the Chargers actually had home field advantage.
Right, because nobody was in the stadium.
There was no fans.
That's pretty
right.
bad when the only time you can get a home field advantage. It is. I was thinking that earlier, Bobby. Like that's embarrassing. You can only get a home field advantage if you let nobody inside the stadium. Like no one's allowed.
No, you know what? That's a damn shame. That's what it is.
Hey,
it's not.
Well, if you think about it, bro, like we have two brand new stadiums, bro. We have a stadium in LA, and then we have the good one in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Hey, somebody posted up a tweet with the image of the LA stadium, and then on the top it said "vacation home." It had the Raiders emblem on it with the L symbol at the bottom.
That's a summer home, dog. That's a summer home when it gets too hot in Vegas.
La tanga. That's a summer home. That's why it's a tanga, bro. Because you put the tanga on when you go to the beach.
When you work on that
summertime,
tan,
that's that Raiders timeshare
But
down
you know
there
what,
in LA.
though? The Chargers are going to be a good team under Justin Herbert. I'm going to say that right now.
But you know what?
We'll be talking about this a couple of years from now. We'll be looking back and saying, "Damn, they finally made this a fucking rivalry again." From back in the 80s when it was Dan Fouts and you know what I'm saying, all those guys back then, you know. So it's getting back to that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. The kid's a gamer, and like you guys have mentioned multiple times, you know, there's a reason why there was talks about, you know, Gruden being interested in this guy.
Yep. And
when we did see his film, we saw this. We saw a gamer, a dude that tries, you know, figures out a way to win. He did that in the playoff game that he got a chance to play in college, but the bowl game. But the dude hasn't played against teams with NFL fan bases, and so it'll be an interesting learning experience, I think, going into next season. Hopefully, when Raider fans do go and fill up that fucking stadium, and he's wondering where the fuck are my fans at. And he doesn't understand why it's so loud when he has the ball.
And I think somebody put in his ear, they whispered like, "Oh, you know, they think this they home. You know, they think this they home stadium too, right?" You know, I think that's been pushed into their minds all week long. Like, you know, they think this they house, right? You know, some coach. If I'm one of the coaches on the Chicago, listen to me, the San Diego the LA Chargers again, I would say these dudes think it's their house. Y'all gonna come in here and let them win?
Yeah,
First time you play them in their house, they gonna say this their house. If they beat you in their house the first time they play you, this their house. This ain't your house.
But you can't recreate.
If I'm a coach, that's my speech before the game. That's what I'm pushing.
And that's cool.
You know
and that would work today. And maybe that's part of what made this game so close. Although he's been playing fucking great since they started him. He's been playing great football, right? But like I said, it's real easy to get real comfortable in this game when you don't got fucking crazy fans yelling their fucking brains out, you know? And especially in your home stadium, dog, because everybody's fans fill up your stadium. It's going to be a fucking rude awakening for him next season. I'm not saying that the kid's going to fall off and he's not going to be good, But I'm saying he's gonna be like, what the hell happened? Like, where
culture shock.
Yeah, it's gonna be complete shock to him because he doesn't have the clue, bro.
No idea
about what it's gonna feel like when your stadium is packed with Raider fans and we're just loud as shit and you can't even call your own plays.
Yeah. And the good doc.
Why you can't? You took the words right out of my mouth. You can't even call your own motherfucking plays. You better talk to Phillip Rivers.
You better ask somebody, bro.
You better ask somebody.
And the good doc echoes the same thing. He says, Kenny, I know, like the kid, talking about Herbert, I like the kid. He says, but I wonder if all these rooks will look like, what all these rooks will look like, or if all these rooks will look like they're in a sophomore slump when there's crowd noise. And also, shout out to Watts Raider.
Hey,
Watts Raider says, Isaiah Johnson, bruh, let's go. Carball and Booker in the O-line. Thanks for the support, Watts. Make sure everybody go out there and like and subscribe Watts Raiders podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe this podcast here right now.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Jay Cali Raider. He says, our new receivers always have a good game against Chargers. Denarius Moore, Hunter Renfrow last year, Nelson Aguilar today. Hey, that's a good point. Che, you talked about learning experiences with Herbert. What's going to be an interesting learning experience for Herbert is when he learns that he's on a franchise that can't retain elite talent or field a healthy offensive line every single year.
That's a good point.
That's going to be interesting.
That's a good point. That's a great point, man. Yep.
Good point, Kenny.
I'm just saying. Let's give a little bit of love to Devontae Booker. We've talked about him the last 3 weeks, and every time we mention his name, it comes to fruition the following week. We said it last week. We're like, definitively, Devontae Booker is the spark plug for this Raiders offense. And look
Absolutely,
what he did today.
Electrifying.
68 yards on 8 carries.
It seems like he's pushing Josh Jacobs a little bit too. I'm serious. It's like John Gruden is playing a game with Josh Jacobs because he like leaving Booker out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this dude he's pound for pound. He's running that ball and he's pushing that line and he's getting these yards. And then when you see Jacobs come back out there, it's like they battling to see who gonna get the most touches or who can get the most yards after contact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I like, this is one thing I do like about John being the coach is he is very competitive. You know what I'm saying? Very competitive. And what even with our first round draft pick, like he's not seeing the ball and seeing the plays come his way like he should. He's not picking up this offense like he's supposed to be. There's something. Excuse me, that was my dryer. Sorry about that. He's not picking up the offense like he should be. There's something wrong here. He's not getting the looks he should be getting. And I'm looking at it like it's one of these competition things. Aguilar's getting those looks. Aguilar's getting those throws. Aguilar's getting open. He's getting those passes that Ruggs should be getting, and Ruggs is just not getting those passes. He's not getting those looks, and this is an attribute to the coach saying you're going to get your time when you play this offense right. And the dude, he's not picking up the offense. It has what else is going on? He's not getting off press coverage.
Yeah.
And he's not getting the looks that he should be getting, and it's got to do with him picking up the offense.
Well, I mean, having a legitimate, bona fide spell running back at Devontae Booker, invaluable. Last year, Gruden and company took a lot of flack for running Josh Jacobs out there, 27-plus carries a game, rookie season. Dude hits the wall, walks out of last year, super nicked up, ice bath. Last week, Josh Jacobs, 30 carries, 28 carries, something like that. And what we were saying, we'd love to see more Devontae Booker at the end of the third quarter, like NBA minutes, right?
Yeah.
Get him out there in the third quarter so the starters can come out fresh in the fourth. And that's exactly what we saw today.
Yep.
It's exactly what we saw today.
He's our Derek Fisher, bro.
You know what? Andre Iguodala, bro.
The only time this is an issue is when you're playing fantasy football, yo. Okay? When this is your team, okay? That's the truth. Those are facts, okay? The only time that this is an issue that you have two running backs that you could throw in there and fucking make something happen with is in fantasy football because you got one of them and you're like, I need them goddamn points. But when it's the Raiders and you're a Raider fan, it's all gravy, dog. Like, I don't care. Whoever's fucking killing it, whoever's got the hot hand.
Don't pick Raiders.
Right.
That's why you don't pick a Raider to be on your fantasy team.
Exactly,
you never
man.
pick
I read.
Players
Why are you guys calling out my fantasy team, dude? Dude, when the hell did this become like a fucking intervention, dude? Like, Bobby, you gotta think about your fantasy picks, man.
No, but listen, this is great because exactly what Kenny's telling you. Last season we ran Jacobs into the ground, and I mean for good reason. Like he was by far the best running back and the best weapon we had on this team. Him and Waller, right? So you ran him, you used what you had, right? But now you got some more weapons. Now you got a running back that can go out there and get you, another 40, 50 yards on minimal carries. You do that. You save your guy's legs
in your fuel tank.
Exactly, man.
And light your tank up.
That's what I'm saying.
Your tank up because you're looking at him out there doing shit that you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Motivation.
I love it.
Motivation.
Love it.
Motivation.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to kind of get serious, guys, this was a big week. It was election week. Everybody voted.
Yeah.
Most of you guys voted from home, and this has been months in the making. And I'm curious to hear what your thoughts on the outcome of the election was, Kane. We had Jim Otto versus Kenny Stabler for the greatest Raider of all time. And
I love it.
Did the mail-in ballots come in?
Hey. I love you. I'm like, you're not going to talk about this election, is you for real?
No need to worry about the postmaster, bro.
I'm about to light Trump up, and then you go with the quote. Okay, I love you for that, bro. This is my brother right here.
Sergio Flores in the chat. I had to put you on timeout, bro. I don't know. You kept putting P up in the chat. I don't know why, but you're on timeout. You'll be back in 300 seconds. But back to this big election, man. The nation spoke. The nation let their voice heard about the mail-in ballots. Hey, the mail-in ballots kicked the Chargers' ass today.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Son.
The mail-in ballots were like Kamala Harris. They're like, "Excuse me, I'm speaking now." All right, that didn't go over.
The mail-in ballots was like end game at the end when all the people came, when all the superheroes came running.
Oh man,
for Thanos.
Hey, this was a great week for fucking memes, dog.
Yeah,
if you were on Twitter, dog, it was a great week for memes,
awesome, bro.
But we have it. We have the results of the greatest Raider of all time.
Let's get it.
This has been going on for months, guys.
Let's get it, man.
It's been going on for months. So
here we go.
Without further ado, we'd like to announce the winner. The greatest Raider of all time, as decided by Raider Nation, by the pillagers, everybody that voted. Vote. Greatest Raider of all time, with 68% of the final votes, was the snake. Ken Stabler.
Kenny Stabler.
Was it?
He won bigly, bro.
Bigly. 68% of the votes.
Wow, I'm surprised it wasn't Al Davis. All right, congratulations to the fans.
Al Davis wasn't in the final, bro. Remember, Al Davis got knocked out. It was Jim Otto.
His plane crashed into the mountain a long time ago, though.
Al Davis still has a shot. I heard that they are demanding a recount in that bracket.
Representatives of Al Davis.
Al Davis
the tournament are
got
suing.
His lawyers and shit ready to go. He ain't conceding.
They're suing the shit out of the Pillaging Podcast for this tournament, bro.
He's getting Borat, dog.
He like, you motherfuckers must be Pete Rozelle people. I'm suing this shit. Fuck that. I ain't dealing with this.
Oh man!
But I think we gave you guys our thoughts on the outcome last week. We're gonna be happy either way. I mean, Jim Otto, Ken Stabler, two of the greatest personalities you can choose to represent, to be the face of this franchise as players. We did think it was going to be Al Davis. We definitely did. But hey, if you had to throw out front office and stick to players, I don't think there's any two better Raiders to represent us in the finals than Stabler and Jim Otto. We lost a lot of greats along the way. Go ahead, Bobby.
I actually had a write-in candidate, dog.
Uh-oh.
I had Malcolm in there, bro. But obviously, I was the only one that voted for him.
Maybe next offseason we'll do a super fan bracket or something.
Hey,
like
that would be dope.
That would be kind of cool. We can actually get these guys on here to sort of do their little debates and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Awesome. Well, there you go, bro. We could get a fly and everything. Hell yeah, dude. Mosca pens, son.
Mosca Pense.
Mosca fans, bro. Hey, but
Hey, you know what? Real quick, Miami ain't gonna be no easy motherfucking game.
no, man.
No.
I'm telling y'all right now, Tua is the man. He's showing up, and that team is over there. They 5-3, bro. We 5-3. They got the same record as we do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. The schedule is not that we shaped up like, oh, it's gonna be easy down the stretch. No, these teams is all playing. Even the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Like Denver may be the easiest team we got left on the schedule because they tanking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the Jets, Denver and the Jets. But Atlanta is looking like they what 3-1 since they fired they head coach. You know what I'm saying? And then you got who I just mentioned, Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These teams are playing well right now. So looking ahead at the schedule, you know what I'm saying, going forward, as we want to say, oh, we happy right now. We got a good record. We got a winning record. We could have easily been 4-4 today. We 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense is not playing well. You know what I'm saying? What are we going to do with this defense? It's not better than the Baltimore's defense. It's not better than Tennessee's defense. We play Kansas City because they are in our division. So that game, the defense and offenses don't matter because that's a division game. But we have all these games left, and we just let a team that's 2-4 almost beat us.
2-6.
You know what I'm saying? With a good quarterback and a good offense, but a really bad defense. Our defense is just as bad. We could easily, if we didn't have the veteran quarterback and the offense running under 3 years, we could easily be that same team because our defense is bad.
Yeah.
So, while we happy, let's celebrate that we beat the Chargers and we beat them by the hair of our chin. But as we go forward, this defense is not a good defense. And I don't know if I'm going to ever see it good this year. As far as the offense can take us, it's not something we can say. We can't say, oh, we're going to go as far as this offense could take us because you know what? This offense just scored 31 motherfucking points and the defense almost let us lose the game in the last 2 minutes.
And I will say this.
So going forward, bros, let's be happy. And I hope we make the playoffs, but it looks like the defense is going to throw a curveball in that shit.
Defense
or we're going to have to score 40-something motherfucking points every game because all these teams are scoring points that we thought was going to be walks in the park. They ain't walks in the park.
No.
All these offenses are scoring points.
This defense going to make it tough for the offense every week. Best game plan, is what we did against Cleveland. Keep them off the field. We got a Broncos team coming in next week. You hate to hear me say it. It's a scrappy Broncos team. And with Trayvon Mullen possibly being out, we don't know, dealing with a hamstring injury. I mean, I'm looking at the Broncos schedule right now. They've been pretty damn close to most of their games this year, with the exception of the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. They've been within a score or two in every single one of their games this year. So not unlike the Chargers, man. They've lost some close ones. It's an AFC battle, much like our games against the Chargers. Weird shit happens against the Broncos all the time. It's going to be a tough game. And then you got the Chiefs right behind that as well. So, pray for Trayvon Mullen to get back on the field and pray for this pass rush to be a consistent thing week in and week out. Because when we've seen it flash, it's incredible.
Yep.
But it's like once every 3 weeks.
Not only play for Trayvon Mullen, pray for Arnett to get back on the field. We need Incognito back. Yep. We know we without Big Trent. You know what I'm saying? So we without him. Hey. So we just hope that we can get Incognito back, Colton Miller back. We got to worry only about Brandon Parker being the right tackle, which he's been playing solid right now. Yeah. If we can get all these guys back, Edwards, we need to get the whole starting squad back for these last games because, like I said, the defense is going to make us lose some games down the stretch that we should have won, in my opinion, like almost they did today.
Yeah.
Quit and Abram can't be the whole defense every game.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Johnson had a good game today.
Mm-hmm.
Will that translate to the rest of the year?
Mm-hmm.
will we get these players back. We need to get the starting players back so that we can go forward with a healthy defense, because that's what we need right now. Even if we don't have at least with a healthy defense, it's giving us the best opportunity to win. If we don't have a healthy defense, we're going to have situations like we had today, where the offense is going to have to bail us out, running the ball and keeping control of keeping time of possession, which that's how you win the game anyway. But still, if you got to do that every week, week in, week out, and you got no help from your defense, that is really, really hard. And you got to go into the playoffs where you got teams that's got better defenses that may be able to stop your offense, and your defense can't do anything to stop their offense. So guess what? That ends up in a loss. So we need the defense to get everybody back healthy. We need the offense to get everybody back healthy. And then let's see how we look going forward. You know,
pray for Corey Littleton to get on the field. Nothing's wrong with them. Nothing's wrong with them. Just pray
him to show up.
Just pray for him to get on the field.
Show up.
But he's not the whole defense. if he could be hidden, his situation could be hidden. And I read an article from Mo Motown.
He's hiding right now.
That said,
he's hiding right now.
He came up with. Excuse me?
I said he's hiding right now because nobody can find him. No one knows where he's at. No one knows where he's at.
Well, he could be hidden better than he's being hidden right now.
Hey, so Nick Kwiatkowski's doing his best job, bro, and he's all over the place. If we had Nick's twin standing right next to him, which is supposed to be Corey Littleton, we wouldn't have these problems in the middle of the field. Every 4 to 15-yard gain the Chargers had was in the middle of the field today.
Yeah.
Everything on the sideline was contested. Everything. You caught the ball on the side of the field, you got smacked.
Yep.
Does this defense worry you guys going forward?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's why we're talking about it, right? That's why we're saying, where's Littleton at? We want to see Littleton perform. We want to see him have big games. We want to be able to say, okay, that's the guy we paid, right? We want to see this defensive line get after
Littleton is not yes, Littleton is not. Imagine if you had a pass rush.
Right. No,
imagine if your defensive tackles was getting pressure up the middle.
It's
imagine
everything.
If your defensive ends was a threat to get some sacks and they had to double team one of the motherfuckers. Imagine how Littleton might look then. We can't blame Littleton for everything.
I'm not blaming Littleton for everything.
As a whole.
Well, I don't think anybody here is blaming Littleton for everything, dog. We're just saying we haven't seen the guy that we supposedly paid to be here.
The guy that was sold to us, basically.
Yeah, we also haven't seen Farrell. We haven't seen Nasib. We haven't seen Crosby. We haven't seen a lot of these guys like we should be seeing them, as naming in particular Farrell. We haven't seen any of these guys.
Farrell had a great game today. I disagree.
I disagree with that.
I disagree wholheartedly. I think Klee had a great game today. I think Nasib had a good game today. I think Max Crosby showed a really good effort today. So I disagree with that. I think Clay played well today. He's played well on the edge all season. It's just that pass rush, like I said, not having the consistency. But when you pay a guy like Littleton big money to roam the middle of this defense and cover tight ends and cover slot receivers and patrol the middle of the field on passing downs, and he's not doing it, you're going to get blamed. And I don't understand, Kane. You're so critical on this team and so critical of players that underperform. And here you are protecting Corey Littleton when it's quite obvious that he is the most glaring issue personnel-wise on this defense, in my opinion.
Malik
Collins is not there to defend the middle of the field.
Malik Collins is not getting any pressure up the middle. I agree that Littleton is not doing his job, but for everything to so let's look at it like let's describe it like this. Let's look at it like the Kardashians look with Carr. Everybody was like, "Oh, Carr needs to have weapons. Carr needs to have this to succeed. Carr needs to have that." Let's look at it like that. Littleton needs to have this to succeed. Littleton needs to have that. It's not that he's not the linebacker he was versus with the Rams. It's that you don't have the front four that's creating the pressure and getting the stops up getting the pressure up the middle, forcing the quarterback to make errant throws, you know what I'm saying, or early throws, you know what I'm saying, because the pressure is coming. We're not getting that. All that shit works together, bro. We all know this. Come on, man. The front four helps the back five. You know, that's just how that shit works. So if you ain't got no pressure coming from the front four, then you leaving your linebackers, your safeties, and everybody else open for suspect shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, look, Littleton could probably play better. You know what I'm saying? He could probably do better. But so can the whole defense as a whole. Bro, they giving up they just almost lost the game. You're going to say Littleton is the reason they would have lost the whole game? That's not.
Nobody said that.
I literally never said that.
Nobody said that. We're saying that this guy's getting paid to be a fucking stud, and we didn't get a stud. Like we have yet to see him perform the way he's getting paid. But we don't know that, because are you happy with the coach? Are you happy with the defensive coordinator? but effort is part of it, dog. And like I just said earlier, everybody got a view of a lack of effort from that guy that we're talking about. We got a view of a lack of effort in slow motion. And if you're gonna be paid that much, the least you could fucking do is sell out. The least you could fucking do is give me effort, okay? If the scheme sucks, if the coach is putting you in a bad position, if the fucking defensive line isn't fucking getting there and creating pressure and allowing you to be successful in the middle of the field, that doesn't matter if you're not fucking giving me effort. If you're gonna fucking worry about how you're landing on the ground and not reach out to try to tackle somebody, fuck that. That's bullshit. You're getting paid millions of dollars. You're getting paid millions of dollars.
I tried to defend you, Littleton. I can't go no further.
Come on, man. I want him to do good, bro. Look, I got no hate in my heart for the dude, but we want to see some effort and some performances here. Kwiatkowski has the same issue, right? Can we not say that he has the same issue? Yep. If the scheme's not fucking good, if it's Paul Gunther or the defensive line isn't creating enough pressure, he's still fucking selling out for us. He's all over the goddamn field.
Thank you.
Give us some fucking effort. That's all I want, man.
Thank you. And I don't disagree with the things you're saying, Kane. There's opportunities all over this defense, but I'm not going to blame Malik Collins for Corey Littleton being lost in coverage. That's what I'm talking about. It's not an issue of Corey Littleton running out of time. It's an issue of Corey Littleton not even showing up in the first place. That's the problem I'm talking about. And when you're making that much money, you're going to get that much blame.
Yeah, and if you're that much of a pro, you should be able to adjust.
The fact is, Corey Littleton was hidden on a good defense in L.A. and is now exposed on the Raiders and cannot adjust to Paul Gunther's zone scheme. He's a man-to-man linebacker, and if you're a great linebacker, like you were touted to be, you take that money and you adjust and you get out there and you perform. Nick Kwiatkowski is doing that for half the pay. And that's the kind of effort that we need all over this defense. Littleton is missed. The middle of the field is a liability, and that's that. The pass rush is a whole different set of issues. Yes, it all works together, but there's players on this defense making plays with or without Malik Collins stepping up in the middle of that pocket. But Kane, as always, fantastic conversation. A lot of good things come out of it. A lot of good debates. A lot of good points made on both sides. So until next week, brother, it was good talking to you.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, yeah, man. It was good talking to y'all, fellas. I'll holler at y'all next week, man.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Right, brother.
Hell yeah, Ken.
Peace.
Yeah, but peace out.
Peace out, dog.
Always good. Che called it, man. Came bringing that fire.
Hell yeah. Hey, and like I said, he awakens us at times, right? He'll bring some conversation to the table, and you know what, man? We don't it's not that we disagree with our brother or that we think his points, are wrong. It's just that sometimes it's like, wait a minute, hold on. But what about this play? And that's the kind of thing that these conversations. Everybody here has a different mind. Everybody sees something different in the game, and that's what we're trying to bring to the viewers, man. We're trying to bring that perspective that we all got, because we all got different ones, man. Even the ones in the chat, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's good to have that voice right there, man, to force us to look at that.
Hell yeah.
Because a lot of us don't want to look at that.
Hey,
Shout out to Scott S. in the chat.
shout out.
Who's talking shit, thinking that we are acting like we lost this game today and haven't celebrated our effort on defense. We actually gave the MVP to Isaiah Johnson. So if you're late to the show, I apologize for that. Go back and listen to it. We cover all the angles here on the Pillaging Podcast. We are not glad handing anybody, whether it's a W or an L.
Yeah.
So thanks for your input, Scott, but everybody can get it. Everybody can get it.
Everyone.
So let's take a break.
Yeah.
Let's take a short break and we'll come back. And it's be your calls through the second half.
That's right.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
We are true. We're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do we have time for this? Do we have time for this?
Well, yeah,
we have
time,
Hey,
bro.
man. It's Chillas part 2. Hey, man. Let's see. I'm going to share this one with my brother, Bobby Wasabi. We have 2 on deck. So we're going to go halfers on both.
There you go.
And it's like we drink a whole one. Right? It counts like that. That's how it
does.
works.
Those are tall cans.
It's Flavor Aid, bro.
Hey. So this is Equilibrium 3. And this is Infinite Fractal.
That is a see-through beer. Your eyes are not deceiving yourself.
This is a
new technology.
double IPA, and it's coming in at 8% on the ABV, bro.
Watch out now.
Damn.
That's why we're sharing it. That's why we're sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharing is
have
caring.
Bobby Boy carry me out of here, dude.
You see Bobby Wasabi riding Bobby Boy out the house.
Hell no, I'm not gonna be riding. He's gonna just be carrying me over like a dead animal, bro.
In case some of you guys are confused, Bobby Wasabi's dog's name is actually Bobby.
Bobby Boy.
Bobby Boy, Bobo, Babaloo, I like to call him.
He's actually the original Bobby Wasabi.
And he's chilling right here. He's like right here.
Like a villain.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. Let's give it a taste, brother. See what it tastes like.
Taste of the glory. Salud.
Salute to the win.
Tastes like victory.
Oh, that does taste like victory.
Oh yeah,
Another hazy.
That's nice, man.
Another hazy beer.
No, this is a double IPA, but it is hazy,
It's
very
got haze
hazy.
on it, man.
It's got that haze.
That's a trend, bro.
It is a trend, man. But you know what? It's that unfiltered flavor is unlike no other, man. And I know we, like most of us, when we started drinking beers, we probably all drank the cheap Bud Light, and it was all that clear beer. Now I'm not about that no more, man.
No.
If my beer don't look like this, I question it. Question it.
The other thing that those unfiltered beers give you, and it pains me to say this on the show, mouthfeel. They have a great mouthfeel.
Weird.
This is why it pained him to say it, man, because it's weird, bro.
You know.
Hey, but shout out to Equilibrium, bro. This is a good beer. I like this. It's got some bite to it.
Is it going in the blue cooler?
Yeah, hell yeah. If I can find them, so this was one of my my little rare finds from the local shop that I went to. They have a nice variety of brews up in that fridge, but you know, it's one of those things where they probably only buy a limited amount, and then you're probably not going to find it. So
that beer versus Tropical Funk, who's winning?
Oh, this one all day.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the bite on this, and this has just that full flavor IPA, man. Like, you know, I'm an IPA guy. Sours, I'll drink them. Stouts, I'll drink them. Any beer, I'll drink it. but I'm an IPA guy, so if you give me a good double IPA, got this flavor, it's packing some punch, it's got some bite to it,
Mouthfeel.
it's got that that mouthfeel. Then I'm gonna choose the IPA, bro. You already know. Come to the tailgate, your boy's gonna have an IPA in his hand.
And not only that, too, that durian just isn't really
It got to you after a while, huh?
bro, like I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Yeah.
That and the aged barrels,
Yeah.
they were really like driving pretty wild in that cup. Like.
Shout out to Kevin Lurker. Thanks for the $10 donation.
Orale,
Super chat.
Kevin.
And just to follow up with that saga, Scott S. says, cheers to Pillaging Podcast.
Hey.
I've loved your podcast and your spirit from the Jump Raider Nation for life. Cheers to you too, Scott. We
Cheers,
do love
brother.
you very, very much. All right, so now we're back. We're going to go straight to the phone line. We're going to go straight to these voicemails. Let me get through like 2 of these, and then I'm going to open up the line. So if you're watching live, stand by. We'll announce it. I'll let you know when the phone lines are open. But let's get through a couple of these, and then we'll open up the phone lines. We got we got a little more than half dozen. All right, let's go to the 760.
Holy fucking shit. Oh my god, it's WAP, Kenny, Chang. God damn it, Bobby. That was a fucking game.
God damn
but
it,
our
Bobby.
defense, oh my god, they almost fucking blew it. Oh, thank God that guy had butterfingers and fucked that fucking ketchup. My god. I have no fingernails left. I just bone. That's it. There's no skin, no nothing. They're gone. This is skeleton fingers. Holy shit, that was nuts. I don't ever want to experience a game like that ever again. That was, oh god. I'm just glad we won. I'm fucking excited. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm happy. I'm sad. It's just like everything all
the
at once,
emotions,
man.
bro.
Oh my
Sounds
god.
like my first time.
That was a nuts game. Thank God we won. Go Raiders. Wapo out.
Hell yeah, WAP.
Strong call, WAP.
Strong call, bro. He was going through the emotions, bro. He's going through his emotions. Right
It's
there,
2 weeks in a row, man.
It's a roller coaster, bro.
I get worried when we hear from WAP a lot. I feel like, things should be going bad, bro. But
like the grapple's about to come in again.
the
dude.
grapple, bro.
Hey, the grapple came into to my town, bro. I was looking out the window. I'm like, what is this, man? The grapple came for me.
Just to wrap up my comment, because no cap on WAP, but WAP called in a lot the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And what I meant by that is, he'll let you know how he feels, man. He calls these people out just like we do, just like the rest of the pillagers. That's what separates
That's right.
this fan base from like the rest of Raider Nation. Like anybody can get it, and Raider WAP is that dude.
Yeah.
And so when he calls in with this positivity, I love it. I don't know how to take it, but I love it. And I hope Brother WAP can keep bringing it just like that. And that ain't on WAP. That's on the Silver and Black for sure.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Scott S. for the
Salud, bro.
$20 donation and super chat.
Salud,
He
brother.
says, Pillaging Podcast for life.
For life, Mac 10.
Till this day.
Till this day.
Mac
Hey,
10.
real quick, Pete said, y'all need to come up north and sample all the hazies in the Northwest. The Northwest has a lot to offer, apparently, man. I gotta go over there.
There will be no sampling. There will only be drinking it all.
Yeah.
Sounds
Emptying,
about right.
emptying kegs. Bro.
So be prepared.
Yeah.
Just be prepared. That's all we gotta
Nobody's
say.
safe. We're all crawling out of there, bro.
Che, 3-time, back-to-back-to-back, 94, 95, 96 cake stand champion. Mr. 3-time, you can call him.
Remember, dude, he's known as El Matachelas, bro. South of the border.
Matachelas. Bro, I'm gonna get that hat, bro. Matachelas, bro.
Straight out, dog. You just have like a beard just like ripped in half.
That's I need that.
The Mata Mosca.
The Matamoscas Matachelas, bro. Shit.
That's what I...
That's a fucking that's a Latino Heritage Month baseball league team, bro.
Mr. Matachelas, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
let's shoot over to the Central Valley. We got the 209 calling in right here. Central Valley got a place in my heart. Spent a lot of time there as a kid.
Hey.
Raiders!
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. The motherfucking announcers, dick sucking ass motherfuckers, were so happy to call that shit a motherfucking touchdown at the end. So goddamn happy. But bullshit ass fucking motherfucking announcers eat a fucking dick. That's right, baby. We win another one. Let's go Raiders. Yeah, baby. First time caller too, baby. Lucid Raider.
Hey,
Southern California.
Jill.
Oakland, baby. Oakland all day.
Yeah. Hey,
but-
Lucid Raider, man. It's good to hear you on the show, bro.
Listen, man, that's the kind of energy we want on this show
like
right
that.
there, man. I love that energy.
First time caller smashing down the door.
And shout out to
Kicking
Google
doors down,
Translate
bro.
for getting every word right.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, this was great. That was great. I got no comments, bro. Thank you. Call back
That's a
next
great
week.
call, man.
Do it.
That was a great call. Short and sweet, full of energy, bro.
Full of it.
That's right.
Let's go to a 2.5 minute phone call. balance, bro. And then after this, we'll open the phone line, and we still got some calls behind it. So let's go to the 951. Yup.
Kenny, Che, Bobby Wasabi, what is good?
What's up?
How's it going? I'm Jacob Speck. I haven't got to call in ever, been super nervous about it for some reason. I never get to really watch live because...
Jacob Speck, you're in now, bro.
Hey, you're in, dog. Now you got to do it on a regular basis.
Now
dog.
you're in, bro.
Ain't no need to fear, bro. You just call in, and if you're having a little trouble getting over that stage fright, a little liquid courage, bro. A little liquid courage will get you there. Get yourself a chela or two, and if that doesn't do it for you, ask Bobby Wasabi. He'll help you.
Get 3 or 4 chelas. Right?
Plot twist: Jacob Speck's a recovering alcoholic. Jay.
Oh shit!
Just kidding. Just be careful, bro. You just don't know.
Bad recommendation, bro. Bad recommendation.
Hey,
my bad.
I expect nothing less.
That's a good point, but this is what I do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Let's go.
I work as a butcher out here in St. George, Utah.
Ooh,
I've been listening now for, say, a little over 2 years or so. Love the podcast. Love what you guys do.
Appreciate it, man.
Watch usually every show. Sometimes, most time never live, but just calling. Figured I finally had a day off. Super excited to watch us beat the Chargers.
Nice.
Fucking hate those chokers. But, man, what a great game. It was kind of close. Started losing my hair. But fucking Herbert's going to be a problem. So.
Yeah.
But it's good to beat him. It's our first time playing that guy. So hopefully we can keep it up so he doesn't get used to beating us. But I just wanted to call and let you guys know I appreciate everything you guys do. And, figure I'd call in for the first time and give you guys a trash can player. And I'm going to do 2 MVPs, and I'll explain why here.
Okay.
And for the trash can player, it's going to have to be Corey Littleton.
Of course.
I don't know, man. Some of the plays I see from him, I just don't. He's either behind somebody or having a hard time tackling somebody or just late to the hit. And I don't know what the hell the deal is with that, man. We paid him out, and I'm just not really impressed with what he's got going so far. So he'd be my trash can player.
Okay.
And then for the MVPs, I would do an offense and a defensive MVP for wins.
Fair.
And I got to go with Carr on offense because I actually love some of the beautiful deep balls he threw.
Yeah.
Even the times when they were incomplete, man, some of those balls were just fucking perfect, man. He can send it deep. He always has been able to. I kind of wish Gruden would sometimes let it fly a little more, but it is what it is. And then it would be for defense would actually be Groskowski.
Really quick, I think they are trying to let it fly more. You see Carr now on a lot of these runs or the checkdowns looking downfield prior to that. So I think they are going for those looks. And again, props to Carr for having the wherewithal to not force it when it's not there.
And I would say this, I would even attribute some of the sacks that he's taken this year to him looking downfield, waiting for something to open up downfield, because sometimes we're sitting there, we're like, get rid of it. And I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make a play downfield. He's waiting for that receiver to break open. So yeah, they're taking their shots, man. They're not afraid this season. They're going for them. They're taking them, and we've seen a lot of success. So we want to see more of that. It's understandable. We want to see more shots downfield. We got the speed. Throw it out there, bro. Throw it out
got
there.
the weapons.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's continue.
I kind of wish Gruden would sometimes let it fly a little more, but it is what it is. And then it would be for defense would actually be Groskowski. I don't know how the hell to say that guy's name, but
no Kwiatkowski, bro.
There it is.
That's
I
Kenny
know
said.
everyone else probably say Isaiah Johnson, which, hey, mad props to him. He was 100% my honorable mention because he did an awesome job, especially late in the game. But Groskowski, as a captain, man, he really showed out there, so I was super stoked about it. And that's that. I'm super glad to call for the first time. Hopefully it makes it to the air. If not, I'm not worried about it. Thanks, guys, for everything you do, man. All right. Raiders.
Hey, that was a great call, man.
Yeah,
I know what you were so nervous about, bro.
Very thorough, too.
Let's break that down. Energy wasn't high.
No.
Wasn't low.
No.
It was steady. Voice was not shaky.
Yeah.
You didn't trip over your words. Your thoughts were clear.
Yeah.
You landed the plane. You made several points. You were in. You were out. Great call.
That's a great call, man. It's a great combination. We love more energy. Okay. And maybe you need to call like right after the game, like right after the win, you know, you call in, you got a little bit more energy, you got a little you know, fire about you because you're excited because you just win. So maybe that's the next step, dog. But hey, that was a great first time call.
Centered though. I like the energy.
Yeah,
maybe he didn't want to call right away because his voice would have been too high. You know, he wanted to come out here sounding like the sounding like the Allstate insurance guy.
There you go. Hey, you gotta get that deep voice, man.
Gotta get that deep voice.
That sultry.
Oh yeah,
you're in good hands with Allstate. But great call,
awesome.
Jacob. Great call, Jacob. I'll put you up with some game though. All right, you're a butcher.
Hey,
Jacob Specs. It's a cool name. Raider Butcher.
Hey,
that's a badass name.
Snap, dude. Hey, remember we did have a butcher. He was from Saginaw.
Hey, the butcher, bro.
Yeah, that's right.
The
dude.
butcher.
That's right. So,
the butcher.
So I'm just saying, dude. You know. Yeah. Perfect.
Rafi in the chat wants to know what are our thoughts on Musburger. To be honest, man, luckily I haven't had to listen to the broadcast because we're getting the games right now. But from what I've heard from Musburger, my thoughts on him are kind of two-sided. Number one, having heard Musburger cover a lot of big college games in the past, I will say hearing his voice makes the game sound important just because of what's attached to him historically. But number two, when the game reaches exciting moments, Musburger just does not match the energy that needs to be there. The excitement's not there. The touchdown calls, lackluster. Thank God Lincoln's in the booth. But that's kind of my thoughts on Musburger. Historical, great voice to call games, but the energy level, lacking. Lacking.
Yeah. Well, the motherfucker's old, bro.
Okay.
The motherfucker's old, bro. I mean, where's the energy gonna come from, bro? Unless you send him some fucking... Maybe we need to send the motherfucker some blue chews.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And then he'll pick his goddamn energy.
Crack a couple blue chews and just boom. He'll
but
kill that
then we're gonna have some other fucking problems, okay? So maybe we don't need to do that. So you be fucking harassing staff and shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, real quick, Sal put a question in the chat, and it's not super chat, but hey, I gotta answer this because he said, "Che, I know you said you played tight end. Did you play defensive end too?" No, so I was primarily offensive player in high school.
So
played
you weren't
tight
the
end.
60-minute man.
No, I wasn't, man. But I played a lot of special teams.
Well, dude, I played
a lot of special teams too.
I was a fifth quarter champion, bro.
Okay, fifth quarter, bro.
I killed it, that motherfucker. Dude.
Fifth quarter, hey, man. If you played fucking high school ball, you were a freshman.
Hey, if you
didn't start,
if you were a fifth quarter champion, smash that like button right now.
Smash that like button. But I actually played outside linebacker. So when we went to defense, I was with the outside linebackers. And most of the time, I would just end up playing tight end because the outside linebackers need to learn how to fucking jam the tight end, you know? So I would just be the offensive guy.
There you go.
During practice. But I will say this. I found a love for being defensive end during the motherfucking turkey ball, bro. That's right. When the fucking adults go outside to the goddamn field and they go play some fucking football, playing defensive end. That's why I found my passion for the defensive end. And believe me, I light your ass up. I light your ass up, bro. I come fucking heat. I bring the heat.
There you go.
Bring the heat.
Let's open these phone lines right now. We still got some voicemails here in the hopper. We're going to continue to go through those. But if you call in and you happen to interrupt one of those, we'll put it on pause. We'll go to you live. Again, the number to call in, and I'll put it in the chat right now. It is 408-909-PJ FF.
That's
all right. So I'm turning it off. I'm sorry. I'm turning Do Not Disturb off. We are wide open, and we'll go to the 408. I believe. Oh, this is the 406. I was going to say this is Juice. This is not. This is the 406. Let's go.
Hey, Kenny. Hey, Che. Bobby Wasabi and my man, Kane. Hey, this is Raider Tex in Montana.
What's up, man?
From the 406. Just giving you guys a shout out after watching that game. I'm not much of a complainer. I always think you have to work for what you deserve. And it's hard though, man. So here it goes. How in the fuck was that not pass interference on Waller?
Right? They did.
Fucking ref.
They did clump him in the head.
Again, try to take one from us. God, I'm so tired of this Raider Nation discrimination.
Give me a little rhyme.
Thank God we have the resilience. I love my team. Raiders. Yeah, Raiders. I'm out.
I love that call, dude.
I love that too. Tex,
Beautiful.
You had
That's
me.
beautiful.
You had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie. When he was like, "I'm not much of a complainer," I'm like, "What are you doing at Raider Nation then?" and then he brought it all together.
Then he brought it full circle.
That was a great call. That was a great call. Again, 408-909-PJFF. If you want to call in, Chevy says he'd love the intensity on that call. So do we. Raider Text calling more. I got a friend out there in Montana, also a Raider fan. Shout out to Nick Chips if you're listening, brother. We got to get on the course soon. Let's go out here across the pond, as they say, to London Raider.
Hey.
Don't hear from him often, but when we do,
Shout out
we're
London Raider.
very glad.
Yeah, this is London Raider. Pretty fucking exhausted after that. What this fucking team puts us through is just not right, man. How many times are you going to try and fucking throw away a game? Unbelievable. But we got the W. So, you got to learn from these stupid mistakes. We should be dominating that shit. And at least we got that stadium up on the right foot with the win. Big concern with Alex in goals. Our running game just completely dried up without him out there. So, fingers crossed he's not too bad. Big shout out to Tom Cable for getting that O-line going again. Even with that photo out there with him in his short shorts. That's pretty tragic, but a fantastic job. Isaiah Johnson, fantastic, man. Great to see that emotion as well. A player who really cares. Been through a lot last year, obviously, with the injury. Halfway through the season, can't complain at 5-3. Carr playing like an MVP.
Yeah.
He's my MVP for the team for the year. Can't stand the guy, but hats off. Getting the job done.
Honest.
Denzel Good, though, special mention, man. Fantastic.
Great game.
My Get Out Townsend Award is good to Ken Brown. He's now been with us for 24 games, I think, and he's only played 10 snaps or more in 10 of those games. So I know he's had some rough times with the IV and everything, but the motherfucker looked like he ate your mouth rough in the off-season, and nah. I don't want to. So final word, LaDainian Tomlinson, go fuck yourself, and Marty Schottenheimer, eat some steak.
Yeah. Hey.
Love it.
Anyone can get it.
Anybody, bro.
Hell yeah. Hey, just in case you forgot, we fucking hate you still, dog.
Bro, Leonard Rader's a great smack talker, man. Underrated.
Salud.
Salud.
Great call.
Bobby and I got refills.
Oh, yes.
It's
Had to.
the magic of television, yo.
Yeah, it's like a...
Is this a leftover from last week, that one?
Yeah. Leftover Sonoma Springs.
Bet.
That Sonoma Springs noise complaint.
That's right. We had a noise complaint
go.
over...
That noise-
You know, dog.
Oh,
We always have noise complaints.
what's up?
Even at the tailgate.
Whoops.
Oh, Ching.
no.
Hey, call back.
I'm calling back, bro.
Call back.
I'm calling back. Let me see here. I got you right here, bruh.
You reached 303-475.
Oh, call back 303. Come on.
Call back. Hey, we got a voicemail here from the same number. I'm going to hold off on that because I have a feeling 303 is going to call back. That was a mistake. Let's, in the meantime, go to the 816 and hear what they got to say.
Raiders!
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfuckers thought they was going to try to come up and get us, dog. And they got their ass whooped anyway. Check it out. When I can't watch the game in my living room, you know, when it's not a nationally televised game, I got to go to this little pool hall called the Brass Rail where I could watch the game.
Okay.
Well, when I first got up in there, the Chief fans just finished their game. They all hyped because they just won. Then they realized that the bar was going to be playing the sound to the motherfucking Pittsburgh and Dallas game. And all the Chief fans was like, fuck that. Dallas going to get their ass whooped. We're going to get blown out. We want to hear the sound to the Chargers in the Raider game. And I was, of course, me, you know, because the old fucking Chief fans, fucking bars, they don't never play the sound to my game. So when I saw a bunch of fans wanting to hear the sound of my game, I got my politic on. And I was like, yeah, y'all need to go ahead and play the sound to the
to the Raiders and the Chargers game. So they did. So we sitting here watching the game. Fast forward to the last play of the game. You know, I was trying to take a piss and be.
On that note,
We're going to get back to that.
Gent. In case you don't know, Gent. All right, here we go. Hey, sorry about that. You're on the air with the Pillaging Podcast 303. What's good, brother?
Yeah.
What's up, Kenny, Tay, Bobby, Wasabi? Happy Sunday, motherfucker!
Yeah, 303.
My brothers. Fuck, guys. I miss you fucking guys, dude.
Miss you too, brother.
Same,
Hell yeah, brother.
Same. What's the weather,
Dude,
bro?
so
Give us the weather. Give us the weather, bro.
Bro, I am calling you from fucking chilly Reno, Nevada, bro. I'm up here visiting my parents. My parents live up here.
Word.
Raider Nation is all over the place.
Yeah, you got damn right.
You got to spread the word, bro.
Dude, they're all over the place, bro. I put some money on Baltimore, put some money on us Raiders. I was fucking sweating it out, and I'm fucking super happy. Hey, you guys, listen. I'm going to throw an invitation out there for you fools.
Oh.
Let's go to a game in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'll fucking hook it up, and let's do a podcast out there before the end of the year. If you guys are open to it, just hit me up, Kenny.
Hey, we're down, bro.
Hey.
We're down.
All right, let's talk off the line.
All right, let's do that. Hey, what's your big takeaway from today's game? Your boy Derek Carr balling out this year in 2020. You got to feel good about that.
I mean, yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I think, I think when first Carr came out and said, put some respect on my name, I think a lot of people, including myself, I'm like, Derek, you don't have to come out and say this. You just have to prove it on the field. And I think, being in his third year, having the weapons, I think the Carr defenders, that he has no one to fucking throw to. Who's fucking Marcel Aitman and all these other scrubs? And he's putting it together, man. Not only that, but, I mean, I was nervous coming in this game because of just how choppy our offensive line is. I mean, Derek is showing, we knew he had an arm. Now he's got the weapons. But I think the biggest thing for me is he's showing grit and leadership. And he's doing whatever it fucking takes to win. He's not throwing 300 yards every game. Today was like 165, but he made some plays down the field, man. I'm telling you what, that bomb to Aguilar is as good as it is in the NFL. I mean, that was a fucking dime. The improvisation where he's running out to his right, dropping a dime to Renfro.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
oh, man.
I have a feeling Carr can win us any game, because now we've got the running game going with Booker. And, Booker really sucked in Denver. I wasn't really sold on him. I know you guys were, but, I was wrong because it's all about the O-line. It's all about the O-line. Our running game O-line looks like you can plug in anyone.
Yep.
And we're making it happen. But, the defense has got me a little worried. There's no question. And I will defend Pharrell today because I think today was one of his better games. Max Crosby got some pressure. It's just we're banged up a corner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna continue to be a problem. And yes, Littleton is a fucking major problem, big time problem. For as much money as he got paid, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Yep.
He's not good. So, anyways, man, I'm just glad we talked to you guys.
Hey.
I'm super happy. We're 5-3. I think we're going to beat down on Denver, and it's a big matchup against KC the following week. But hit me up. Let's go to Vegas, and let's fucking show them first pillaging podcast in Vegas, baby.
I love it.
2020 this year.
I love it.
That would be fantastic.
I'm down.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll get us a fucking dope room.
All right.
Dope room.
Brother, thank you for calling in. It's good to hear your voice again. I was worried about you, bro. I was worried. You were a staple here. And just to give, before I let you go, just to give the listeners some context, like, I think 303 as a member of this family, I mean, as a dedicated original member, original pillager in this family, very much echoes or mirrors how we approached Derek Carr over the last 3 years. There was no podcast and no listener that defended this guy until the bitter end, like 303. And when it was time to be critical, he was. And so were we. And I think we all said it, that he was always capable of being better version of himself. And we're starting to see that now. And yes, a lot of it has to do with the team coming around. But make no mistake, Derek Carr is playing better this year, support cast or not. He has put it together. Yeah. And I just wanted to give the listeners context because 303, again, you defended him longer than we did. And shortly after that started to run out of patience. And now we're here. And, I think a part of being a responsible fan is being honest with yourself and reversing course and admitting you're wrong or admitting things have at least changed when they do. You don't have to be so hard on every stance that you're unwilling to budge when it's time to budge. And I see that in you, 303, and I just want to say I appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man, you guys are the best, man. Thanks for giving us the voice. You guys rock. Continue that hard work. And I remember calling you guys from the Minnesota game last year where I was there.
Bro.
And I was pissed at Derek. I was like, I was close to fucking kicking him out of the house.
Just don't be pulling that fucking that shit that Skip be pulling where he fucking throws the goddamn jersey in the trash can and then he goes and pulls it out the fucking next day, bro.
Yeah.
See what you do is you actually go get his clothes and start putting it into a duffel bag and just threatening that you're gonna throw him out.
You're almost out of this fucking house.
Put it right next to the door.
I'm gonna fucking send you somewhere. I don't even know yet.
303, thanks for calling in, man. I'll talk to you offline, brother.
All right, bro. Take care, bro.
All right, peace.
Peace out, brother. Hey, 303, man, the weatherman.
So solid. Hey, you got a great house out there, right in the smack in the middle of downtown Denver. He's got a third-story patio on top.
That's dope.
It's perfect because you could literally shit on Broncos fans, like right there.
Dude,
just drop a dookie.
You're literally
drop that dookie.
You're literally describing what heaven is for me. Like, just dropping deuces on my enemies, bro.
All day, bro. You can shit on them all day long.
I have no shame. I'm going to say that right now. That's my version of heaven. Just deucing on Broncos, chargeless, and Chiefs fans. Just all day. Sounds
chargeless. That just sounds like a fucking debunked fucking wireless company, bro.
And it's gonna be like fiery dischargeless all over them, dude. That's what it's gonna be like.
It's like that movie One Crazy Summer where they bury homeboy in the sand up to his neck, and Fat Boy comes and puts a chair down, starts eating chili out the can. That's Bobby's heaven right there. That's Denver fan in the sand. Only old heads will get that reference. Anyways, with all respect, man, Gent.
Back to Gent.
Was right in the middle of a fire phone call before he had to go to 303, which is also a great phone call. So, but let's get back to Gent. I wound it back a few seconds because, he had some momentum, bro.
Trying to take a piss and be back for the last play. But the motherfucker, all the motherfucking shots and beer I was drinking, I wasn't able to get the pee out. So I heard all the Chief fans explode in the bar. They was like, yeah! So I was like, damn, my boys must have lost the game in the last seconds. I come up out the motherfucking bathroom, and I'm sitting there looking at the replay, and then I saw the ball bumble. Nigga, I started clowning. Yeah, bro. Anyway, make a long story short, a whole bunch of motherfucking Chief fans who thought the Raiders lost had to motherfucking go on home. And like I said, the Chargers, we need to name them niggas almost. Because they almost got in. They did it.
Oh, bro.
Yo, hey,
that's a boy Gent, man.
Gent's the only cat that can bring up a reference like that, dog. Bring up some apocalypto reference, dog. That's some fucking bad shit, dog. Almost.
Bro. The Chargers are like that charging cable. You got to hold in just the right position to get it to work.
You see that little lightning bolt show up and then it disappears and then fucking shows up and then it disappears. Yeah, that's the fucking Chargers for sure.
Yeah,
that's for sure, bro.
Disappear.
That fucking 6-year-old fucking charging cable. That's them, bro.
Last year was a no doubter for Pete. This year,
hey, there's some great calls this year, man. But
I gotta say, this year, I mean, Pete's doing it, bro. But he's not in first place right now.
Oh, hey. Kenny Stapler, man.
Matter of fact, where the fuck is Pete today?
Yeah, Pete, where the fuck, Pete?
So I'm going to call him this week, and is Kenny going to try and rile the troops to try and kick my ass as far as voicemails go? I wish you would. Come take it. That's all I got to say. Kenny Che, brother, wasabi, and the wise and honorable Kane, baby. What's up, villagers? This is Pete. Woo! Can I have a game where I'm stressed out and directly affected and my father's blood pressure doesn't go through the roof? And you know what? Kenny, give it to you. If you want to fire me as the draft analysis guy beforehand for missing out on Justin Herbert, go ahead. Send me a text. Jesus Christ. The guy is good. He's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else about this game. Just an observation that I've had that didn't boast on Twitter and whatever for bad juju, but every time we get a good...
I don't want to... They don't want to stop the last one either, but to be fair. So 909? 909, what's good? You're on the Pillaging Podcast.
Dude, first of all, I want to say it's good to see all you guys again. God bless you guys. God bless. I'm glad you're all okay, especially with COVID going around.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
I called you guys, I think it was like way beginning of the year.
Uh-huh.
And then we were talking about getting car out and stuff like that, but we're all eating crow right now, and I couldn't be fucking happier about it. But so we're in LA, right? I'm watching it over here in LA, and I think it was the Chargers, and I just thought it was a trip because I don't know about you guys, but there's too many hacks on TV. Like Florio, all those guys in First Take and everything, right?
Yeah.
So over here in LA, they had Vince Ferragamo and Jackie Slater, and I think they were doing the post game for I want to say the Rams and the Chargers. So when they were, so the guy, the host, the woman that was on there with Ferragamo in the stadium, she goes, well, I thought the offense, she was throwing for the Chargers, right? And she goes, well, I thought the offense was really good. And Ferragamo straight out said, yeah, no. And he's like, I totally disagree. And he goes, look, I understand. And the only reason why I was impressed, because you got one guy who played in the Super Bowl who's, been around the game. Mm-hmm. And then you have another guy, he's just a Hall of Famer, right? So these dudes were like, no, he goes, I'm going to disagree. John Gruden, he goes, say what you want. He's an elite mind. And he was pretty much 2-3 plays ahead of Gus Bradley. He goes, you know what? Probably in the second half, he was a series ahead of him.
Yeah.
And he goes, and that's kind of not good. He's like, that's not good for a guy like Gus Bradley and the Chargers. And then you should have saw Slater, dude. This guy was watching O-line porn. He was praising he was praising Gabe Jackson, man.
Hey.
He was praising Rodney. And he goes, you see these two right here? These are elite O-linemen.
Yep.
And you use your boys. He goes, and they were doing this with 3 other backups?
Yep.
He's like, I don't get any better than that. And I was just like blown away because this was a Charger-based post game. And they straight up were like, yeah, no, that was awful. And Ferragamo was like, really, Ferragamo was really impressed. He goes, he's really good. He goes, they're ahead. He goes, they're going to the right direction. He goes, I give them one more year, and we're talking Super Bowl. Hey. And this woman had to look like, what? Like she had no idea what he was talking about. But that's the respect that that's what I look up to. Those comments from guys like him, guys like Jackie Slater, not, Stephen A. Hack and, oh, God, what's the other guy?
Fake news.
Max Blomey. But other than that, man, I just want to call you guys and tell you that because I was blown away. I was thinking, holy shit, this isn't just, it wasn't some, I was impressed because it wasn't some, like JT the Brick and all those guys, like praising them that much. It's like, okay, well, that's your job, right? Like you get paid to do that.
Yeah.
But when you get the other side saying, he's like, no, that's elite. That's elite traits right there. And he goes, these guys don't have that. I was thinking, damn, that takes a lot of guts to say that. So that's all I wanted to say, man.
That's real, though. That's real. It's about time that people start recognizing the talent on this team. And we saw a little bit of that last week after the game. Colin Cowherd finally, starting to give this team some credit and stuff. I'm not sure I want it. I kind of like it when they keep talking shit. But,
yeah, absolutely.
But damn, it feels good to see this team get the credit it deserves because they're playing their ass off out there. They really are. Gabe Jackson might have had one of the best games of his career today, and that's saying a lot, but he was on film quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Baldinger is going to have a field day tomorrow.
Yeah, because I think it was Slater. They asked him, like, well, what makes them good? What makes them dangerous or elite? And he just straight up said, they're scrappy. They're tough. And he goes, whenever you got teams go like that, that's a problem. Mm-hmm. That's a problem for any team in the playoffs. And he said playoffs. And I was like, wow.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Okay. All right.
And that just goes to show you, man, how dangerous we have become.
That's right.
And it's all like straight out because it's just that underdog mentality that we ain't gonna give up.
Yeah.
And everyone just gave up on us, and all of a sudden we just crept up, and everyone's like, well, where did these Raiders come from? It's like, well, y'all weren't paying attention.
Hey.
Right. Well, no, look, listen, the offensive line ain't no fucking surprise to nobody, bro. We've had one of the best offensive lines. Unlike the Cowboys, we've been able to stay up in the top offensive lines, right?
Yeah.
The Cowboys fell off this year. They had a lot of injuries. They had people retire and all that kind of shit. But you got Rodney Hudson. You got Gabe Jackson. Yeah, you goddamn right. You're gonna fucking make this team's gonna work. It's gonna work regardless, bro. It's gonna work because I tell you, bro. Y'all hear me every fucking week, man. Boom, all up on you, bro. Okay, so these guys want to get up on you, dog. They want to just fucking put flesh. They want to run you into the ground. And Gabe Jackson just enjoys fucking mauling people and putting them motherfuckers in the floor, bro. Mm-hmm. That's what you want from your offensive line. Okay, and we have a bunch of backups, but when you have two guys in the center of the line, things are gonna work, man. You run towards those motherfucking beasts, and you're gonna get somewhere.
The thing I see in common with every player on this team that's having success, the one thing they all have in common, they play with violence.
Yep, that's football, y'all.
That's Raider football.
That's football,
and especially this time of the year, that's some straight out football weather, dude. It starts getting cold. You just start putting your nose down. You just start hitting somebody, and you start feeling, and you start making them feel that extra pain from the cold too, man. So it's awesome.
Yeah,
you hit him with that fucking D'Angelo afterwards.
All right,
how does it feel?
Thanks for calling in, brother. Thanks for calling the show live, man.
Oh, hey, man. God bless you guys. Hope you stay safe, please.
You too, brother. You too.
Peace.
Chill.
Great call, man.
That was a good call.
Great call.
Everyone's having a good time today, man.
Hey, we fucking winning, bro. Wins will do that for you.
Let's get back to Pete. He's in a glass box of emotion right now.
That I've had that didn't post on Twitter and whatever for bad juju, but every time we get a good win and the media hypes us up, we always find a way to fuck it up. Did not happen this week. Isaiah Johnson, my boy, stepping up. There we go. But anyway, short, sweet MVP this week. I would love to give it to Rodney Hudson and Gabe Jackson for getting to the second level and doing some punishing shit that is beautiful. Used to play O-line, used to coach O-line. What they're doing is fucking great.
Insane.
Especially with two backups in. But if I got to give it to anybody, dear God, Quee Farrell, my man.
Bro.
Yo, Quee, keep it up, dude. He was in Herbert's fucking face.
Grill.
Putting man titty on Herbert. Quite the opposite.
Man.
A lot of pressures, a lot of this, a lot of that. And, damn it, it's a beautiful thing to see. Trash can player of the week. I want to give it to Nick Morrow for missing that tackle on the screen where it would have added dead to rights and the game would have been a lot less stressful. I could give it to Paul Gunther, but that's fucking cliche. Get the fuck out of town. I don't like you. I don't like your face. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of a Raiders uniform. Get out of a Raiders coaching. I don't know. But, I'm not pleased with Derek Carr this week. I know you had two backup tackles. I know that there was a limited playbook, but, that fumble 1 and 2, well, yeah, he had 2 touchdowns and a nice little stat line, but he did not do enough to elevate us to win today, dude. He just did not. DC, this isn't me being mad at you. I'm just disappointed with your play lately, as of today. But I want to see you back in the form next week. Anywho, we got a buzz off a fucking schedule. Really important games coming up. Can't wait to see what happens. All right, y'all. I'm out.
Late.
Hell yeah, Pete.
Nice.
Great call, man.
Anyone can get it.
Anyone can get it.
Yeah. I put it more on kind of maybe the play call. There's people in the chat today saying the play calling was horrible. The only one that really stands out to me was that first series. Very first series of the game.
Yep.
Threw it away. We do better. We're better than that in our first series. Historically, we're better than that.
We got cute.
They should have learned from the first play.
We got cute.
We got cute, bro. We got cute. We tried to fucking do something. we try to go against the grain first and foremost, right? We're like, oh, you know what? We have 2 backup fucking tackles in. We have a backup guard in. Fuck it, let's throw the ball in the first 2 downs. And then you fucking go 3 and out and you got to punt the ball away. Luckily, the defense held their own. And you got yourself an opportunity again, and then you got that score. So don't get cute, man. Stick with what works. And especially if you got backup fucking offensive linemen in, the best thing you could do for those guys is run the fucking ball. Because it's real simple. I just got to get my weight moving and hit somebody, right? That's simple. That's simple football. Keep it simple and let your best player on your fucking team do his job. Let Jacobs run fucking wild on these guys. First series was shit. It was shit. Don't let that shit happen again.
And one of the few weeks in our schedule predictions where nobody changed, we all had this predicted as a win, both before and during the season. All right. Hey.
Well, all right now.
Cheers to that. Star frame.
Star child.
Birdies all around. Hey, I got to say, MVP this week was you guys, the callers. It was one of the best caller weeks we've ever had.
Man, great. 2 live calls. It was fucking, that was awesome, man.
It was fire.
Great. Great calls, man.
It was definitely a stat calls because you had your nice, informative, in-depth calls, and then you just had some that just got straight to the point.
And let me just say this too, man. That we can't forget about the chat because the chat is on fire and all the fucking super chat motherfuckers out there, man. Hey, you guys doing the damn thing, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all.
Holding us down. And I did notice there's 70 some odd people in the chat right now. I'm only like 30 some odd likes. Y'all need to get on that.
Hey, man, what's that all about?
Hey. If you've ever
what did you say last time? What'd you say last time, Bobby? You got in their ass and they started liking that shit right away, man. We gotta do that again.
I was like, how is it that we be having 63 people up in the chat and only 42 likes?
That's right. That's some bullshit.
I'm just
Where's the fucking likes at, man? And I think Kenny was about to say, smash that like button.
Here's a goal: 75 likes to honor Howie Long on the show. That's the goal.
Oh, hey.
Make it happen. Hey, and those of you that ride with us so hard, tell a friend, tell a Raider friend, spread the word. We're not on social media a lot. We don't spam the shit out of all of your social media. That's not our style. We're just dudes like you, so please spread the word. Word of mouth is what drives the show, and we appreciate everyone's input, everyone's interaction, and everyone's participation. Y'all are winners in our books. Shout out to Just Another DJ with a $5 donation. He says, what would you guys say is the defense's identity? Is there anything that they can hang their hat on? I would say in the last few weeks it's been third down, and I know it doesn't feel like that, but if you look at the third down against Cleveland, you look at the third down against the Chargers, you look at the third down percentage of our opposition in games that we win, I would say that this defense is probably, you hate to hear it, but bend but don't break.
That's exactly what the fuck I was about to say. That's the identity, bro.
That's where we're at right now.
Bend, don't break. That's the identity of this defense.
The identity of this defense is Willie Shaw.
Yeah.
If you guys remember that defense. It's the Chuck Bresnahan defense, bro.
Well,
and you know what? Paul Gunther looks a lot like Chuck Bresnahan.
He needs a little bit more gray hair.
Yeah.
He probably needs to slick it back a little bit more. Put a little fucking Tres Flores in it.
You get that hairnet in there.
A little Vidal Sassoon.
I'm going to say this. Chuck Bresnahan, I don't know. He wasn't in the best shape, but I think he had a little less pounds on him than fucking Paul Gunther.
I think Paul can take him, bro.
I think Paul can take him just because he outweighs him.
You can probably take him in the fucking chicken wing eating contest, right? I think more people take him there.
Get your shit together, Paul. God damn it.
And last but not least, shout out to Chevy Raider. He says, some fans can't handle this podcast, though, Kenny. We keep it real. Motherfuckers don't like it.
Facts.
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 We know
Let me
this.
hit you with that one right there. Facts.
I'm glad we're not the only ones saying that after the show every week. So, shout out to you, Chevy. You're a real one, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, the fucking chat keeps it real.
Sal Salazar says, smash that like button if you're using the restroom in Oakland. Shout out to Section 103. And you were using the restroom and you felt a tap. It's leakage on your freaking shoulder. I don't know if that's going to get a lot of likes, but it's very creative. It's very creative. Smash that like button if you've ever had a faulty charger.
Smash that like button if you can never go back to section, what was it, 127 ever again?
Smash that like button if you recently went to an A's game and you couldn't find your seat number.
Smash that like button if you've ever had to tell a Cholo Raider fan that Jamarcus Russell is not our quarterback anymore. Because I know you guys have.
That's my cousin, bro.
And shout out to the Cholo Raider fans.
Shout out, bro.
We love you.
We do.
Get that 747.
Fucking Jamarcus Russell don't play in the NFL anymore, bro.
But take off that Jamarcus Russell jersey.
Fucking new jersey, Pato.
Dude, go
or at least strip the fucking nameplate off of that shit.
Go hit up the cat that's slinging them for $20, bro. You swear you didn't pay $20 for that Jamarcus Russell jersey, bro. Just pay another $20. Bam, dude. You got a fucking Rodney Hudson one, dude.
Smash that like button if Darren McFadden jersey is the only jersey you have.
Smash that like button if you had to walk outside or fucking down the driveway and back before the fucking refs called it and said that, nope, that was not a catch.
Smash that like button if you've ever been so drunk that you remember when there was 3 Coliseums. Hey, yes. Aim for the one in the middle. Guys, that's it for this week's show. Tune in every week wherever podcasts are found. Until next week.
Hey.
Keep the win in your sails and the rum in your mug and pillage on Raider Nation. This has been a production of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network. I'm Kenny Stapler, joined as always
by your boy Che
and Bobby Wasabi.
We out here.
Peace.
Raiders.
Just win, baby. Like a freight train coming, you're blowing the town. Like a diesel motor, you never shut down.